Chapter 1: Categories of Computers and Computer Languages. In this chapter, you will learn about different types of computers on the basis of size, type, purpose, and generations, program and programming, machine language, assembly language, working of CPU, third generation language, fourth generation language. Introduction. You have already learned that computer, known as an electronic machine, accepts data and instructions as an input, process the data items using the instruction to produce information as an output. A computer is any machine that will accept some input into its memory, data and instruction, process it and produce some results that are sent to the user through output. Broadly, computers can be classified on the basis of following major categories: on the basis of size, on the basis of type, on the basis of purpose, on the basis of generations. On the basis of size, there are different sizes of computer. Mainframe computer. This is a large, powerful and expensive type of computer. It is multi-user system that many people can use it at the same time. The mainframe computers are used for processing very large amount of data. The most powerful mainframe are called supercomputers. Cables run from the main computer to a different location. These are known as terminals. A monitor and keyboard, known as consoles, will be connected there. From these terminals, the computer will be used. They are usually kept in a cool, clean computer room. Examples include IBM S390, Control Data Cyber 176, Amanenda 580. Mini computer. The age of mini computers started in the 1960s. The creation of integrated circuits suitable for computers enabled designs to shrink the size of the computer. Mini computers are therefore referred to as mid-range computers. Examples: IBM mid-range computers, Prime 9075 HP 3000, IBM System 360, IBM AS400. Microcomputer, personal computer. This is the most commonly used computer. It is smaller, cheaper and less powerful than mainframes and mini computer. In a microcomputer, all the components are integrated into one system known as the system unit. The best known early system was the Altair 8800, introduced in 1975. Smaller microcomputers are also called mobile devices. These computers include game consoles, fixed computers specialized for entertainment purposes, video games, laptop and notebook. They are portable and are in one case. Desktop computers, a case and a display but under and on the desk. Tablet computers, they are like laptops but with a touch screen, entirely replacing the physical keyboard, and so many. On the basis of types, there are three types of computers: analog computer, digital computer, hybrid computer. Fact file, palm top, handheld. They are also called as personal digital assistant, PDA. Analog computers are either electronic or hydraulic devices that are designed to exploit mathematical similarity between physical interrelationships in certain problems to process their data. For instance, imagine a computer that receives current as input, then converts it into voltage, which may now be added or multiplied and sent to another device for a specific purpose. Examples: speedometer, analog clock, the pressure gauge, thermometer, etc. Digital computer. Digital computers solve problems by performing calculations and by dealing with each number digit by digit. Everything that a digital computer does is based on one operation. These computers can recognize only two states, circuit on or off. high voltage or low voltage, using the binary system of numbers where there is only 1 and 0. 1 stands for on and 0 stands for off. The speed at which the computer performs this simple act is an achievement of modern technology. Examples: digital watches, calculators, Apple Macintosh, etc. Hybrid computer. Hybrid computer contains elements of both digital and analog computer. They are usually used for problems in which large number of complex equations are to be computed. Examples: devices used in petrol pump, in the hospitals, to measure the heartbeat of patient, in scientific applications or in controlling industrial processes, etc. On the basis of purpose. There are two types of computers under this category. They are general purpose computers. These are multi-purpose computers capable of solving a wide range of problems. They can be used in various aspects like drawing, typing, calculating, designing multimedia functions, playing games, etc. Examples are the desktop computer, laptop, mini tower computer, etc. Special purpose computers. These are dedicated computers designed solely for the purpose of solving a particular problem. Examples are the road traffic light control, robots, counting machines, etc. On the basis of generations. In your previous classes, you have learnt about different generations of computers. The first generation computers, 1942 to 1954, used vacuum tubes for circuitry and magnetic drums for memory and were often enormous, taking up entire rooms. The second generation computers, 1956 to 1963, semiconductor technology came into picture with the invention of transistors. The third generation computers, 1959 to 1971, the concept of integrated circuit IC came into existence. The fourth generation computers, 1971 to present, the most important electronic device developed during this generation was the microprocessor. The fifth generation computers, present and beyond, devices are developing computers based on artificial intelligence, that is, making the computers artificially intelligent. Computer language. A system of communication by using words and symbols in a conventional way is called language. We use language to convey our thoughts to other humans. Now likewise, to express ourselves to a computer, we need some sort of language to communicate. A computer needs commands for everything to be done with it. The set of commands in series so as to tell the computer what actions to execute in order to carry out a process is called a program. An artificial set of rules, vocabulary and syntax used to instruct the computer to execute certain tasks is called computer programming. The languages to communicate with the computer are thereby classified as shown in the given flowchart. Computer languages: low-level languages, high-level language, assembly language, machine language, third-generation language, fourth-generation language. Fact file. The first important algorithmic language was Fortran, formula translation, designed in 1957 by an IBM team led by John Backus. Now let's read about the languages in detail and study some of their major features. Machine language. Machine language is the programming language that can be directly understood and obeyed by a machine computer without translation. It is different for each type of CPU. We also call it machine code, and it is written as strings of ones and zeros. When this sequence of codes is fed to the computer, it recognizes the codes and converts them into electrical signals needed to run. For example, a program instruction may look like this:
10110001111101.
In this language, 0 means the off state and 1 means the on state. There are various advantages and disadvantages of the language. Advantages: it has a very low memory utilization. It has very high speed since it doesn't require any translation for the CPU. Disadvantages: it is very difficult to program in machine language. The programmer has to know details of hardware to write a program. The programmer has to remember a lot of codes to write a program, which results in programming errors. It is difficult to debug the program. It is a very efficient language for the computers, but at the same time very inefficient for the programmers. It is also called the low-level language or the first-generation language. Assembly language. It is the first step to improve the programming structure, but yet another low-level language. You should know that computer can handle numbers and letters. Therefore, some combination of letters, mnemonics, can be used to substitute for a number of machine codes. It is considered to be the second-generation language. The set of symbols and letters forms the assembly language, and a translator program is required to translate the assembly language into machine language. This translator program is called assembler. Source code is a program written in assembly language. When this program is converted into the machine language, it is called the object code. Writing programs is time-consuming in this language. Fact file. Programs called coins exist that can create replicas of themselves, not by copying but by assembling. Advantages. The programming of assembly language is relatively easier to understand and saves a lot of time and effort of the programmer as it is mnemonics. It is easier to correct errors and modify program instructions. Assembly language has the same efficiency of execution as the machine level language because this is one-to-one translation between assembly language program and its corresponding machine language program. Disadvantages. One of the major disadvantages is that assembly language is machine dependent. A program written for one computer might not run on other computers with different hardware configuration. That is, the program written in this language is dependent on the machine. Fact file. Developed in 1937 and tested in 1942, the first electronic digital computer, the Atanasoff Berry computer ABC, was designed to solve linear equations. Third generation language. Following disadvantages of the low-level language. The programmers needed something more convenient to work with. The two major disadvantages they wanted to counter with this development were machine dependency and inefficiency on account of learning. Higher level languages are simple languages that use English and mathematical symbols like plus, minus, percentage, slash, etc. for its program construction. For example, C, Java, C++, PHP are the most suitable business-oriented languages where there is very little processing and huge output. Source code is the program written in assembly language. When this program is converted into the machine language, it is called the object code. Writing programs is time-consuming in this language. Advantages. High-level languages make writing portable code easier as it uses the language we use regularly. Works indifferently on all CPUs. Disadvantages. Functional programming is not very efficient. Many of the complications inherent to low-level programming are not present in high-level languages. As a result, the developers don't get top-notch efficiency in high-level languages. They tend to be slower than the low-level languages. Hence, writing a program is time-consuming. Fact file. First high-level language programming language used was Fortran, which was invented by John Bacon of IBM. Now, To translate the third generation language into machine language, two translator programs are used. Interpreter. This translator program facilitates conversions of high-level language into the machine language step by step. It converts line by line, that is, one line is converted only after the previous is converted and the instruction is executed. But the converted program is not storable, so every time each action is repeated, thus slowing down the speed of programming in this language. The errors found meanwhile are to be removed as they are discovered. For example, a student new to a mathematical concept will need a teacher to explain everything bit by bit, and he might ask questions if and when he doesn't understand anything in the concept. Compiler. The execution with this program is very quick as it converts the whole program at the same time from the high-level language to machine language. It reports all the errors in a document together. Fourth generation language. Attempts are being made to make collaborating with computers as close to the process of thinking and talking to people as possible. The difficulty is that the computer still only understands zeros and ones, so as a compiler or interpreter must convert the source code into the object code that the computer can understand. Fourth generation languages characteristically consist of English-like words and phrases and thus use an English-like syntax to simplify software development. Fact file. Steve Russell programmed the first computer game, Space War. Advantages. Have friendly interfaces. Easier to use than older high-level languages. Linked to the English language, so reduces the level of programming efforts. Disadvantages. Less flexible than other languages. Highly sophisticated technology required for using it. Summary. Programming is an artificial set of rules, vocabulary, and syntax used to instruct the computer to execute certain tasks. A computer needs to translate any other language into machine language. Machine language only consists of binary digits, zeros and ones for writing of the programs. The two translator programs for high-level languages are known as interpreters and compilers. Syntax are the rules which govern the formation of instructions in a programming language.